Hi there. My name is Mitra Perry and I'm a school counselor. I am so excited to talk with you today about what a school counselor does. And you know who I have here to help me? My friend, the betta fish, Mr. Julio. Now, Mr. Julio only speaks Spanish. He's trying to learn English, but please, when you speak to him, only speak in Spanish. Hola, Julio. He's a very good amigo. I'm going to talk to you about the rainbow fish. Do you know what? My rainbow fish kind of looks like my friend Julio here. Let's read along and see what Julio's up to. The rainbow fish. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them, just like Julio. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come and play with us. But the rainbow fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. Rainbow Fish, he called, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many. You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Cried the rainbow fish. Get away from me! Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset, he told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the rainbow fish. They all turned away when he swam by. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was one of the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anyone like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish, but if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. So Dr. Perry is kind of like the wise octopus, and she gives you advice and talks with you about your troubles. So let's hear what this wise octopus has to say. The rainbow fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then, suddenly, two eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. I have been waiting for you, said the octopus with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. I can't, the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales, my beautiful shining scales? Never. How could I ever be happy without them? Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow Fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very, very small shimmery scale, he thought. Well, maybe I wouldn't just miss one. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much. The little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing, so it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away, yet he was very happy. "Come on, rainbow fish," they called. "Come and play with us." "Here I come," said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. That was a really good book, boys and girls. I'm so glad we could read that together. Now let's talk about exactly what a school counselor does. I created this document for us to talk about it, and you can color the octopus and the rainbow fish, and you can color the rainbow fish like the rainbow fish on the book, or like Julio, my friend, who is blue and purple and a little red too. I love Julio. So color your fish any way you want to color him. Color your octopus any way you want to color him. And let's talk about what a school counselor does. So my first circle says cope with feelings. Oh my goodness, there are so many feelings. You could feel mad. You could feel sad. You could feel happy. There are so many emotions out there. And you know, the other day I was walking down the hallway and I was in a very bad mood. I was stomping my feet. And someone stopped me and they said, "What's wrong, Dr. Perry?" And I said, "You know, I'm not sure. I'm just in a bad mood." But do you know what I said? I don't even know why I'm in a bad mood when they asked. And I just was. Have you ever been like that? Where you're just in a bad mood and you don't even know why? Well, that's where your school counselor, Dr. Perry, comes in. I try to help you with that why behind the emotion. So we'll talk about your feelings and we'll try to figure out that why so you can get back to your schoolwork and be successful. The next one says solve problems. Man, I have some bad news. At some point, you're going to have a problem. It might not be today and it might not be tomorrow, but you will have some. And we're going to have to figure out ways to help you become your own problem solver. So what I like to do is I like to present you with all of the options to kind of fix your problem or to find an answer for your problem and then help you decide what's going to be the best answer. Because Dr. Perry is not going to be able to be with you every day. So I want you guys to be able to start figuring out how to solve your own problems. But while I'm here to help. Our third circle, it says make friends. Oh my goodness, it can be so difficult to make friends. Do you know what could be even more difficult? Keeping friends. Sometimes we argue. Sometimes we don't get along or we don't share. So that's where Dr. Perry comes in. I like to help you make and keep friends. Julio here is my friend. And even though he can't speak English, we still understand each other and we still talk in a little bit of Spanish I know, so I can be his friend. And I learned that so I could talk with him. Que tenga un buen día, Julio. That means have a good day. Learn. Wow. Why are we here in school? To learn. That is our number one responsibility. So if we are having any trouble not learning, if something's distracting me in class or distracting me at home, it can be difficult to learn. So that's when you have to go talk to Dr. Perry and we'll figure out what's going on so you can be your best you and you can learn, okay? All right, our fifth circle says to feel safe. Wow, that is the most important circle. If you don't feel safe, none of these other circles matter, I promise. So to feel safe means that everyone around you cares for you and you're not afraid. You don't feel like you're going to be hurt emotionally. Your feelings that we talked about, we're not going to have your heart hurt and we're not going to be physically hurt like our body. So we can't be afraid that we're going to be hurt emotionally or physically. We have to be happy with where we're at and who's around us. That means that we're safe. okay? Because if you have a dog really, really, really right here in your face and he's growling and he's barking, do you feel very safe? Probably not. And it would be difficult to learn, like circle number 4, if we don't feel safe. Now, our last circle today, boys and girls, is going to be to make good choices. Man, it can be so difficult to make good choices sometimes. Sometimes the bad choices are just more fun, or sometimes they're easier. So we're going to talk about making good choices. So that's going to be something you can talk about with your school counselor, Dr. Perry. And the thing is, all of our circles are connected. So by making good choices, we're able to make friends, okay? We're able to solve our problems because we're going to make the best choice to fix that problem. We're going to be able to cope with our feelings. I'm not going to go kick a trash can because I'm mad. I'm going to go tell a trusted adult why I'm mad and try to figure out what we can do to calm myself down. Maybe I need to count to 10. That might be one way. But it's all about just making good choices so we can be successful and happy at school and do what we need to do so we can grow up and do some really awesome things. You might go to college. You might go get a job. You might go to a trade school. You might go to the military. You have a beautiful future ahead of you. And I'm just one person that's going to help you on your way to get there, okay? Well, thank you, boys and girls, for joining me today. It was so good to talk with you. Me and my friend Julio here, we're so excited to read you Rainbow Fish. He looks just like Julio. And we appreciate you and appreciate your time. Hey, Julio, let's say goodbye to our friends. Adios. Hasta luego. See you later.